Hello, nostalgic tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI with me, BlueAnkylo. We're about to visit Setzer's past, and we'll see how he deals with it. Welcome to Daryl's Tome, not quite spelled correctly. This is your friend's grave? Yeah, she was something. The world could turn inside out and she'd never even flinch. I think she probably would have made a better character in your party than Setzer, honestly. I don't know what her special attack... She would have had the dual-wielding pistols. Daryl would have been better than Setzer, I bet you. Could be anything down there. Keep your eyes peeled. This is kind of a fun little dungeon anyway. Not super big. Lots of undead enemies and a couple little puzzle riddles. Plants. Plants don't like to be burned. I know that much. But yeah, I think, like, pretty much everything you fight in here, almost everything is undead. And you get a lot of zombies, and if you use any instant death weapons, they just come back. Okay, that was an easy puzzle. Just touch the tombstone, open a door. Oh no, Marlboros. Marlboro Mans. Okay, Sebin is right at the level up phase. And he's got Zone Seeker already. Okay, good. And yes, I'm still doing a bit more stat maxing than I was originally planning on, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to completely skip out on good level ups, you know. So yeah, as usual, Sabin and Edgar kind of carry you through most of this. If you haven't been giving them magic up level ups, they won't be quite as good at clearing, but they'll do just fine. It just might take 2 attacks instead of 1, you know. So Celeste and Edgar are coming up soon. Honestly, the magic we're learning right now is so pointless. I almost would prefer making sure they got some kind of good level up if we get lots of experience than missing it. Genji Helm. Okay, we're getting towards endgame stuff here. We'll give that to... nobody. I mean, it's a lot of defense comparatively, but I guess they kind of suck in this game. Sorry, Genji lovers. Everyone loves the Genji glove, but the Genji armor doesn't really hold up. That's just auto battle. It's probably fine. The tombstone is blank. Carve something? Nothing comes to mind. Did I miss a room? I think I have to go through the middle, maybe. I know the bottom left is the way downstairs. Hey, hop on turtle. So if I hadn't flicked the switch, I don't think you could ride that turtle. And that rises that. But we want to go down there and flick that switch first. So we want to do that first. I suppose this dungeon doesn't really give you very much experience. Oh yeah, bad breath. So most of that wears off at the end of battle, but not everything. Conveniently, by this point in the game, you... Oh, that's right. Asuna doesn't even work on Imp. Why can't you... So, I have to say, a very small critique. But the the bumper buttons, shoulder buttons, the L1, R1, L2, R2 buttons, don't really work as I expect them to in this game. You can change character, which is fine, but when you're in a sub-menu, there's no way to scroll down a page, which I think should be one of the features. So, it just, it's fine, but, you know, it's one of the things that they maybe forgot about. Letters have been carved here. Oh, good. It's the same as before. Erao. Kwasi. Wet. Droll. Alright, we'll figure that out. Don't worry about it. Easy peasy. Did anyone figure out the puzzle already? Without having played it as a child 20 years ago? Thanks, Setzer, for the free healing. Very helpful. Oh, good. Instantly turned into a zombie. Goodbye all of your hit points. Should just leave him as a zombie. So now I gotta specifically give him holy water. And then I have to heal him all the way up. Maybe the worst part of zombies, you have to... It's basically like they're dead. You have to give them a Phoenix down, except not a Phoenix down, and then heal them to full. Not a huge fan of that. That's all I'm doing. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, super secret time. You don't have to do this, but if you want treasure. So you've got all these words. Droll, erau, quisi, wet. It's not that hard. But it'll make sense once I put it all in. Wait, no, they put it in the wrong order. That was... That's weird. So, I feel like that's backwards from the way you normally put it in. Because maybe they did it like the Japanese way, where you carve right to left instead of left to right. That's weird. That's going to throw me off. Anyway, if you read it backwards, the world is square. But you put it in forwards. Which I guess maybe... Maybe it makes more sense, but I bet you it's one of those Japanese to North American kind of things. Well, Japanese to English. I have hidden the growth egg in the side room at the 3rd basement level. So, you don't even need to do the puzzle. You can just go pick it up if you know where it is. They hype up this growth egg more than maybe they should have. Crystal mail. Another reason to never buy diamond mail. Wonder how much damage we're getting out of just a single target fire 2 these days. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, bad breath is not as bad as, Oh, dang it. It gets me every time that I can't just skip down. It's not as bad as zombie or whatever, but... Regal gown. That sounds nice. No one can even use it. What a weird time to give you an item for a princess that no one can equip. It looks okay. +3 magic. Decent stats. Huh. No one in the party can equip it. But yeah, even if you didn't do the puzzle, you know, all you gotta do is go over here and get the growth egg. Now, the growth egg is great if you're grinding like crazy. Only the character... Typically, it's only the character with it equipped, unless they've changed it. But the idea is double XP for the person who has it, which is really good at getting people caught up. So if you just wanted to level everyone up really quickly, kill everyone, leave Celeste alive, equip the growth egg, get a ton of level ups, and then when you get the rest of the party to join, she'll be like level 50, and they'll all join at level 50 as well. Which is kind of fun. Also, hey there, dude. Gravity. Okay, level 30 Celeste. I kind of thought she might learn a spell there, but I guess not. She was probably learning float. Edgar is about to get a level up, and it turns out I can give him magic after all. I thought he might get it too quick. I thought they'd get the level up at the same time, but... I do think the magic +2 level ups are the best, so... You know. Anyway, so because the water's down, we can flick the switch. If we had hopped on the turtle while the water was up, you know, there was no door, so it would have been a block. So, and that's it. Pretty much done for the puzzle dungeon. Not really a puzzle, but, you know. I do find, coming back to Final Fantasy VI, that most of these dungeons are pretty short. There's a lot of different dungeons, but they are pretty quick, especially when you know where you're going, but they really aren't very long. Partially the 3D ones because of the 3D aspects, and also battles taking way longer with the intro and outro animations. But it feels like it takes much longer to get through a dungeon in the later Final Fantasies, I find. One of the reasons I like this game is it feels like the pace is very high, you know, you move quick. Oh, we may probably never see Setzer's tent, so we should probably use it the one time. Purple! Of course it's purple for Setzer, right? He's fancy. And honestly, he should be the one running through this dungeon anyway. It's his girlfriend's dungeon. Surprise! Oh, we could do a trick. Yeah, let's do a trick. Come on. Weak to earth? Ah, it's a terrible one to be weak to. Trash. We don't have, no one has any earth magic at all. I mean, we could try a real cool trick if it works. Ah. Wait a second, what happened to Setzer? He's out of the team. I didn't even remember this guy having stone or whatever. Surely I have gold needles somewhere in here. Oh, that means I didn't get another debilitator. I want to do debilitator strats. Come on. Okay, give me something better than earth. Fire, ice, lightning, priority. Ice, there we go. Good night, sweet snail. There we go. And technically, I mean... Everybody knows Blizzard. Oh no. Oh no! Don't attack the shell. We learned in the tutorial boss. One person's healed, 2 people are immune. Could have been a lot worse. Let's just keep zapping them. So you don't want to do blitzes really on this fight, because you don't want to hit the shell. You can use your drills and stuff, that's fine, but... Yeah. When you can give them a weakness to ice, and everyone has, especially once you have Blizzaga, yeah. 2 Dragon Claws? That doesn't seem normal. I thought you only got 1. Surely you only got 1. Since when do you get double Dragon Claw? It's double dragon, guys. Anyway, they're pretty good. Boy, do I want to start Genji gloving Sabin again right now. Yeah. Yeah. Forget it. Forget blitzes. I mean, blitzes are great, but, double dragon. I don't want that. Also, I don't want that. Haste. Haste is good, but let's put on... Yeah. Yeah. That'll be good. We always use blitzes with him, and it's fun, but... Now, Marlboros aren't weak to holy or anything. But I mean, look at that. Suddenly, Genji Glove Sabin is amazing. 2200 damage, and we didn't even see anything special. So that's pretty good. And I mean, he does have a fair amount of strength, to be fair. 63 strength is a fair amount, but we could invested in it even more, right? All right, we just got the Zone Seeker level. Let's switch that out so it's open. I don't know what we're working on. Probably banish. All right. Everything's looking good. More treasure. It's got the man-eater. I think actually Setzer can use that. Yeah. Not that there's a lot of humanoids around here, but if you go to Zozo, there's lots of humanoids. It does do a lot of damage, right? I forget exactly, but I think it is like pretty high damage against humans. Honestly, this double dice strat was terrible. It was never a good idea. I don't know what Setzer would ever do to be useful, honestly, but let's give him, is there anything that would be helpful here? Well, I mean, we can boost his slots. Ooh, shit. We did this last time with FF5 when we got the man-eater, but yeah. Might as well. You can use your Genji. You can use your Gaia gear. Alright, well, I'll put him in the front row. And, did I get all the items? Yeah, 6 out of 6. No reason to be so careful up here, but, you know, this does kind of look like a boss room if I was looking for a boss battle. Here lies Daryl. Or Lerad Seal Era, because everything's backwards here, so. Also, surprise! Doulahan arrives. Now, if he's Holy Elemental, which I'm pretty sure he is. Oh, maybe not. I don't think he's a man-eater, though. Okay, seriously, dude, you need to... What is happening? Why is he so friggin' mad? What just happened to us here? Like... This is not normal. I mean, we're dead. There's no way. I mean, we don't have any way to undo holy damage at this level anyway. Holy is always going to do massive damage for us right now. I don't know how we get out of this death loop. Maybe. Would have been nice to have Raze go off first, but whatever. Take what you can get. No. Oh, dang it! That's not what I wanted to do. I mean, it's fine, but... Sure, that's the one way to not get blasted by Holy. We have one specific way that can block Holy. But only that one, not the level question mark Holy. Alright, everyone's back. We're fine. Sheesh. This guy, I don't remember this guy being nearly as aggressive as he is right now. Invisible's not going to help. I mean, we could very slowly put Shell on everybody. I think Holy might be defense piercing, though. I don't think anything. Put Regen on somebody. Blink's not going to matter. The summon that comes with Shell for everybody might be useful. I wasn't expecting to suddenly have to be like super defense mode. Maybe we could nail him with slow. That would be good. No dice. So much for that plan. All right. Well, let's just be careful. I mean, we didn't die yet, technically, so, let's see if Shell makes any difference. It should decrease, ice by, like, 1/3 or something. Pretty sure that's how that works. Just a second here. Yeah, I know how Holy question mark works. You don't have to... You guys don't have to always backseat every single thing in the game. But there's no way to block it with Runic, is what I said. Let's just keep putting Shell on. I feel like that will... I mean, we might be able to just burn him down, but the first round of combat, he just... It might be counters or something, but yeah, he just trashed us early on. You might... I bet you he dies if he runs out of MP, so there might be a just way to quickly, rasp him to death. Alright, we're all nice and green. Setzer's helping. I guess you could reflect some of this. Okay, I just want to see if he counters Sabin's attack here. We're super healthy. If we start dying here right now, I'm going to be mad. But yeah, between regen... What? Since when does physical attack just dodge all the miss all the time? This is a weird one. I don't remember this being so annoying. Tons of HP, 20k, 1000 MP, weak to fire. That's typical. You can add some more if you want. I guess if you had double burning fist, they might work better here. Well, never mind. That'll work. Why can Sabin not hit him, though? I've never had Sabin miss with his weapons like that so frequently. That's really weird. Let's see how well we can do here. I mean, we can try Aura Cannon instead, but I took off all his earrings, you know, because I was expecting to just pummel this guy. Still, he only has 20,000 hit points. You could certainly rush him down, but for some reason, the first round of combat, this guy just... He just unloaded on us. Just crazy. That's not that amazing. Now, if you were going Rasp's Rats, we've already got him halfway dead with HP, but I'm curious for science now. Now that he's slow, he's not even trying anymore. Oh yeah, he's only got like 1000 MP. I betcha Celeste would tear up his... 311. He only has 1000 or so MP. That's... Never trust a slot, but I'll show it off a bit. I guess he's immune to Earth Elemental? Is that what that was? Kind of annoying. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm pretty sure he dies when he runs out of MP. We'll find out. One way or the other, he won't be able to cast magic on us, so... Yeah, there you go. So Rasp is probably a quick way to kill him, honestly. He may be easier than just physical damage, magic damage. Anyway, weird boss fight. Like, it was really only the first round or so where he just started... He spammed so many attacks before we had a chance to do anything. Once we got settled in, he stopped attacking very much. So, I don't know what the deal was, but... It's like early on, he just got super high, like... I don't know, preemptive strike, a bunch of auto haste or something. It felt like he got way more attacks early on. But anyway. Just also, I don't know why Sabin was missing. That was weird. Maybe these claws are cursed or something. But enjoy one of the nicer themes of the game for a little minute here. Alpha Strike AI? I mean, I don't know. I don't remember them ever having something like that, but Maybe some of these bosses they thought were too easy. Also, Daryl's got a cool outfit. We should just recruit Daryl. He's way better than Setzer. What are you trying to prove by pushing your ship to its limits? It's pointless. She's got to go fast. I mean, this is a pretty scary staircase. There's no railings. A long way to fall. If the worst should happen, take care of the Falcon for me. Another blonde hair. She'd fit into the party way better than Setzer. Another blondie. You can't be serious. When I take the Falcon from you, it'll be because I left you a mile behind. Until then, I'm not letting you out of my sight. Good luck. And, you know, flirty, whatever. She's fun. Also, like I said, one of the better music tracks. Back in the happy world, flying around in their airships. Back when there was 2 airships. This is a very nostalgic theme for me. Recalling memories. That's the Intangier Island there. I never actually killed one of them on this run, but apparently you can rasp them to death pretty easily too. There's really nothing like flying, he says. And there's her airship. Totally different. How long you plan on hanging back there? You gonna try to pass? I don't know how they could hear each other over the winds from, like, you know, kilometers away. Are you too entranced by my wiggling rudder? Now there's a quote for you. Whew. Spicy. And he goes to look and she just bails. Classy. Well, I guess we know how she won this race then, huh? Incredible. Alright, it's time to get serious. Gonna break the records. I'll fly above the clouds so high, see the stars closer than anyone's ever done before. I'm not sure if it's Amelia Earhart or Icarus, actually. Be back by sunset. I'll be waiting for you on our hill. She's got to fly faster and higher than anyone else. Maybe she didn't understand that the air gets thinner if you go too high and your engines are gonna sputter out without enough oxygen inflow. Maybe she didn't come back by sunset. It was a year later I found the wreck of the Falcon in a distant valley. I restored the ship and put it to rest down here. Yeah, but they never found Amelia Earhart's plane. They did find this one. So, the Falcon. And that's pretty impressive on Setzer here. This thing crashed, destroyed, and he managed to rebuild it. I can't very well be the world's fastest pilot if I can't even fly. I need your help. Falcon, fly. Falcon, fly. And it can fly underwater because, you know, cool entrances and stuff. With this, I think we might have a chance. In fact, it's the only way to get to the final dungeon, so it's a good thing we got an airship. Yeah, it's the only way there. If we land there, we should be able to get inside to launch our assault. But there's only 4 of us. We might want to find some friends. Alright, first things first. Find friends. Do side quests, get strong, kill super bosses, then deal with Kefka. Also a bird? Is it a bird? It's a plane? It's a... Well, it's just a bird, I guess. Up in the sky, flying so high. So, we can do anything we want now that we can fly. But I will, as usual, I kind of want to follow the progression a little bit. While they are giving us directions, I like the idea of following, role-playing the story. Let's follow that bird rather than just randomly exploring. Something tells me that bird will lead us to a friend. But what if the bird leads us to friends or treasures? If you're playing the GBA remake, which is cool and all, there's a monster in the desert here that you can kill and then get an Esper out of. And I believe it gives you +2 speed on level up, which is real nice. But, oh, you know what we should do? We should have a look inside the ship. I forgot about that. New ship. Not a casino this time. What kind of ship would Daryl have made? Honestly, it's not as cool interior, really, but it does have a private lounge. For something. For purposes. Got a nice window. A chair. She probably would have decorated it better, but since her, you know, he doesn't have quite the same style. Focused on that rudder a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. This guy will just unequip people, right? And that's it. So we don't even get the free healing or the item shops anymore. One chair. Well, it wasn't meant for company. It was just one person. Still no guns. Maybe it had guns originally. Maybe that's why it crashed. Maybe the ammunition stores blew up. And he didn't feel it was right to add them back on, you know. Alright, no chests. Back to Miranda. A swordsman came through recently. His skills were impressive, but I could tell his heart was full of turmoil. If he could rid himself of confusion and doubt, his technique would probably reach a whole new level. Now, we could also right now learn all of Sabin's best blitzes. And we'll get there. We're only missing 2. Okay, slow down, dude. I was a thief once, but I went undercover. But then I uncovered a secret so terrible I had to go into hiding. What? What secret? Tell me. Loose lips sink ships. A man with a strange manner of speech came through. Kept calling people something funny. Thu, Tao, Yao, Meow. Yeah, probably meow. Oath veils. Nice. More crystal. I told you not to buy anything. Keeps getting more expensive. Magus robes are great if you can equip them. +5 magic. Black garb's pretty good. Buy one of those. The magic boosting hats are generally more my preference. But yeah, we're getting some good stuff. Again, try not to waste all your money because every town seems to have better gear at this point in the game. And we'll get a better shield. Don't worry. Goodbye, white dress. You've been... No, wait, not white dress. It was... Power sash, yeah. So, stamina doesn't do too much. Agility is great. I mean, the -5 strength is a bit of a downgrade in a way, but... I don't know. Agility, strength, whatever. Might as well have what we've got equipped. Alright. Hey there, Figo. I've learned a lot about things I've learned a lot about how things stand in this ruined world from the thieves and travelers. So this is kind of one of those, where should you go after? We might as well show them off. Somewhere to the north, Narsh. What did you learn about Narsh? Nothing. What about the Velt? Did you learn anything about the Velt? There's a cave. Used to be a crescent island or crescent mountain or something. Now it's just a normal mountain. Doma. I mean, you could just find these places, but at least they kind of tell you where they are now. If you're really stuck. Alright. You know the guy in Zozo who says this place is dangerous? He's the only honest guy in the town, just like chat. If you need something, he's the one to ask. So, the clock puzzle to get the chainsaw tool, that's your tip. This guy tells you one clock bit, and then everybody else lies, so you process of elimination the numbers to get the right answer. The source of people's misery lies in their pasts. Lost friends, families, homelands. Those are the things that torment people the most. Sure. Maybe. Certainly the next character we're going to recruit. Fancy sword. Plus 30 evasion. Now that the evade blug is fixed, is pretty good, actually. Honestly, if you Genji gloved 2 of these, that'd be 60 evade. You could prayer bead up to 80. With any kind of armor, you could probably get it to 100. And, well, you'd be a pretty good evade tank, let's just say. Falcon's real good as well. Lots of damage. One of the highest... Getting close to the highest damage you can buy at a shop, anyway. Maybe not the highest, but pretty close. But I generally like the magic boost more. But yeah, we're getting some pretty good weapons if you want to go physical. This is why we never spend our money. I think there's another slightly better sword coming up. I used to be a thief. One time, I busted a gut climbing the cult of Kefka's tower to steal their treasure. That's pretty good. It's 100 stories high. I barely made it out of the first treasure room alive and had to turn back. Still miss that, soldier? Lola's been receiving a lot of letters. Wonder if they're from her boyfriend in Mobliz. You know, Mobliz, the place we just were at, where all the adults are dead and the boyfriend died a year ago. I think Locke can equip the evade dagger, yeah. Pretty sure. These flowers are made of silk and quite beautiful. And there's a lot of them. Look at all these flowers my boyfriend sent me. Look closely, they're all handmade. Real flowers won't bloom, so he made them from silk. And he sent me this letter. Yeah, Mobliz was burned pearl bad. Read the letter. My beloved Lola, art thou well? We have rebuilt as much of the village as we could hope. I believe I should be able to return to thy side before too long. Kind of looks like Cyan's handwriting, but where is he? Can't be Mobliz. Could you attach this reply to the carrier pigeon? Heck yeah! Bird! We're gonna tie something to a bird and follow it. We're using the birds for our own purposes now. Normally we don't like the birds too much. Her name is Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. Or la 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 Lola, sorry. So bird flying around, going into a mountain range. That looks kind of like Zozo. Might be trouble. I mean, he's just trying to do something nice, guys. He knows this girl has been sending letters and unresponded. He's just trying to cheer up one person in the world from the top of a mountain. Shit answer. Also, there's a Coliseum here. We'll deal with that, or not a Coliseum, sorry, an Opera House here. We'll do some of those side quests later. I want more party members first. Let's see, map. I did skip the town. It's easy to just fly right by them when you're going fast. Also, we should save more often when we're flying. They did warn us about something in the skies earlier. Lolly hole Lola? Lolly lolly hole. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Funny how Twitch is like, no Lola is allowed. Banned. How dare you say Lola. Welcome to Jadur, the westernmost town on the map. Well, we used to be. Except they weren't. We checked last time. Zozo was actually further west already, so... Seen a lot of carrier pigeons flying towards Miranda. I wonder who's sending them letters. No treasure. Also, new music. I don't think Cyan is that old, is he? He had a kid, but his kid was like 5 or something. Black Cowl. I thought it had more evade on it than that. Circlets. That's got some goodies on it. We'll buy one of those. I'll buy one of these too. Not gonna buy crystal stuff. Not right now. There you go. So if you're going magic builds, circlets are pretty good. Probably buy some more of them eventually. Oh yeah, so you got +3 on the Mystery Veil. It's a straight upgrade, other than magic defense. Good. I'll buy a couple more. They seem like, overall, for a magic build, pretty solid. And like I've said before, flat defense doesn't really matter too much. Like, 3 defense, 4 magic defense, you'll never notice. No one likes you, Setzer. You're getting replaced. In a world like this, you gotta keep an open mind. I saw Emperor Gestalt the other day. Well, sorta. Owzer has a hanging in his house. I stumbled across something incredible. Death Gaze's little secret. Ooh, how'd you figure this out? He cannot recover health after battle. If you keep fighting him, you should wear him down eventually, unless he kills you with death. But, sure, yeah. Interesting. Interesting! Death Gaze can't heal. Nobody likes Setzer. What are you talking about? This is classic Zozo chat behavior. I like Setzer. He's good. Mog is great. Gao is amazing. Can't trust anything you read in chat. More man-eaters. So yeah, if you bought a spear, if you bought a gold spear, you can get a better spear here. And yeah, Crystal Sword is that almost as good? I think the Falcon or whatever it was, not Falcon, whatever the sword was in the other store. I think it was like 171. So lots of very similar weapons and a pretty high-powered sniper boomerang. Just have him jump all the time? That seems like a waste of time. By the time he lands, the fight's already over. I saw a little girl go to the art collector's house. Getting all the blue magic is worth it. Blue magic is really strong, Blue. Angel wings, never. Gygus gloves, actually pretty good. I'll buy a couple. Princess rings, yeah. It's garbage. You could sell them. Yeah, anybody can jump. Well, anyone... Well, you don't get double damage jumping unless you have a spear equipped. So unless you're going merit badge, which is a waste of time for a spear. Yeah, but technically, yeah. I read Owzer's diary last time I was at his house. Teehee. I mean, I was just it was just lying there. What was I supposed to do? She just barged into his house and read his diary. Owzer found a skilled young artist and brought her back to his mansion. Now, you could get a skilled young artist right now, but I'll save that for a little later. Honestly, Miranda's on the way to Zozo, Jadur is on the way to Zozo, so it kind of makes sense you'd stop here, and they kind of tell you what's going on. I'll do this once. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. There's, like, maybe one thing that's interesting. We'll see if we just get lucky. Oh, boy. First try. Yeah, we'll buy that. Thanks, game. We might find some broken airship pieces here if we stay long enough. But yeah, they make you pay for it. But yeah, hero rings are great, so thank you. Supposedly, you can only get one, but we'll see. We might try again later. See if the Pixel Remaster is generous. So I'll equip that right now. That's a nice one. That's straight upgrade over Gyga's Glove, because now we can get better magic at the same time, right? I could get another one-of-a-kind Takobo. Yeah, it's true. I could try that again. Lots of opera fans in town. Really? Even after there's operas shut down? I'll have a look at the house, though. I'm not going to do the secret dungeon, though. So someone mentioned a diary just laying around. I don't see any diaries laying around. Also, someone turned off the lights. They seem to be... It's super dark in here. Stay away. Just spent a small fortune on a new painting. The first in some time. It's quite a large one, so I won't be able to put it on the first floor with the others. Gotta think about where to display it. An artist came from Zozo today. Showed me his work. What a waste of time. Yeah, Zozo. That's like chat submitting artwork. Lamp on the stairwell was broken, so I bought a new one at the item shop. 'Twas a tad pricey, but now everything's all bright and cheery with just a flip of the switch. Invited an artist here from England, but his skills were not quite up to par. Guess it's asking too much to expect a painter to have more talent than a wet sponge. I've been feeling strange lately. Seems to have came on since I had that picture painted. Been hearing some things too. Strange sounds coming from the cellar. Try that light a little bit more seriously now. Hey look, it's a painting of the Emperor. You're supposed to talk to him twice. The letter reads, the legendary treasure sleeps where the mountain forms a star. Again, you don't need to do this little side quest lore bit, but that's your hint all the way back from the World of Balance about where the Emperor's treasure is that probably Locke is after. A lamp. A beautiful still life of flowers. It looks like it almost looks like they're alive. They're so alive that I don't know if I like this place, guys. The paintings are coming to life. We should probably run away. Treasure? Can't get the treasure, I guess. Anything in the pot? Nothing in the urn. What about the healing barrel? Very old. Armor? We'll leave the lady for later. I don't want to do the dungeon right now. It's not that hard. It's just, you know, I want to go get Cyan. Seeing as we're kind of in the middle of Cyan's quest, you know. Alright, so we saw the bird fly up here somewhere. Can we do this? Well, yeah, we'll get Cyan this episode at the very least, right? Maybe. Oh, we need some rust repellent, don't we? Maybe I should cut the episode here. Zozo, never heard of it. Want to learn how to use Magicite? No. Okay, you know what? It's 50 minutes in. Now that I think about it, there's some things in this dungeon that might take a little while. We'll come back next episode to finish off Zozo and Cyan's bird adventure. Thanks for watching, Future Tubers. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.